Let us start with a simple meditation so that we are available for the wisdom. Please sit straight, keeping your spine, neck and head in one line. Interlocking the fingers and keeping on our lap. Slowly close your eyes. Sit comfortably so that we don't have to move for a few minutes. Let us take our mind to each and every part of our body. Feel that the body is completely relaxed. Each and every part of our body is completely relaxed. Slowly bring our awareness to our breathing. Be aware of each and every breath which comes in and goes out. Let us not control the breath, just watch the breathing. Each and every breath as we concentrate on our breathing, our mind is free from all other thoughts. Mind is fully focused on the breathing. No other thought is rising in our mind. Our body is relaxed. Our mind is relaxed and focused. Let us visualize a very beautiful red lotus in the center of our heart. Very beautiful red lotus in our Hridaya Sthana. Visualize the form of your Ishta Devata or Sri Jagadambika or your Guru or a very beautiful bright blue light in the center of our Hridaya Kamala. Whichever way you are comfortable, either the form of your Ishta Devata or Jagadambika or Guru or a very divine blue light, please visualize in the center of your heart center. Keeping our mind focused and fixed on this divine form, let us chant Pranava thrice loudly. Take a deep, deep breath. Feel that our stomach, chest and that throat is filled with prana. And then we'll chant Omkara loudly. Breathe normally. Concentrate on the silence which is created after the Omkara Japa. Let no other thought rise in our mind. Mind is fully focused on the divine form of Devata or the divine light. We are enjoying the inner silence. Once again, take a deep, deep, deep breath. Once again, inhale. Let us pray to the Divine to lead us from all the confusions to the truth, from the darkness of ignorance to the light of wisdom, from this perishable world and bondages to the eternal freedom. May the grace of the Guru, of Bhagavan, our Ishta Devata or Jagadamba, always lead us through the right path of Dharma. Give us great inner strength to resist temptations. May Bhagavan lead us through the path of Dharma to moksha. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Let us mentally prostrate at the lotus feet of our Ishtadevata, invoke the grace and blessings of our Ishtadevata so that our life become more and more sattvic. We start to feel the divine within us. We are able to evolve in this life of spiritual understanding. We'll rub our palms together. Feel the warmth and energy created between the palms. Cup both the palms in front of our eyes. Feel the energy and the warmth. Let us bless ourselves, touching our head, our neck, our shoulders and hands, our body, our legs, keeping our hands in Namaskara Mudra in front of our heart. Slowly blinking our eyes, open them. Offer our Namaskaras to Jagadamba. As we are this day's subject is Devi Mahatmya, and 4 days to complete Devi Mahatmya is impossible. So, at least we will chant the 4 stutis of Devi Mahatmya every day. If you have this Devi Mahatmya book with you, each day we will chant the one stuti. First day, Brahma stuti. Second day, Shakradikrita Deva stuti. Third day, Aparajida stotram. Fourth day, Narayani stuti. One stuti, one day, because we'll not had much time to complete the entire book within this short period. At least let us chant these stutis, because the stutis are the essence of this entire Shastra. We'll start with the Brahma Stuti. If you have the same Gita Press book, I think in my book it is 70. Your book you have to find out. The first chapter, there is Brahma Stuti. Brahmaji is worshipping Sri Jagadamba. Even online also it is available. Brahma Stuti of Devi Mahatmya, if you look at it. Om Namaschandikaye Brahmovacha Tvam Swaha Tvam Swadha Tvam Hi Vashatkara Swaratmikam Sudha Tvam Akshare Nitye Tridha Matratmika Stita Ardha Matra Stita Nitya Yanucharya Visheshatah Tvameva Sandhya Savitri Tvam Devi Janani Param Tvayaitat Dharyate Vishwam Tvayaitat Srijyate Jagat Tvayaitat Palyate Devi Tvam Atsyante Cha Sarvada Visrishtau Srishti Rupa Tvam Sthiti Rupa Cha Palane Tatha Samhriti Rupande Jagadosya Jaganmaye Mahavidya Mahamaya Mahamedha Mahasmriti Mahamoha Cha Bhavati Mahadevi Mahasuri Prakritistvam Cha Sarvasya Gunatraya Vibhagini Kalaratri Maharatri Moharatrischa Darunam Tvam Shri Twamishwari Tvam Hri Tvam Buddhir Bodhalakshanam लज्जा पुष्टिस्तथा तुष्टिः त्वं शान्ति क्षान्तिरेव च खड्गिनी शूलिनी घोरा गदिनी चक्रिणी तथा शङ्खिनी चापिनी बाण भुषुण्डी परिघायुधा सौम्या सौम्यतरा शेष सौम्येभ्य स्वति सुन्दरी परापराणां परमा त्वमेव परमेश्वरी यच्च किञ्चित् क्वचित् वस्तु सदसद्वाखिलात्मिके तस्य सर्वस्य या शक्तिः सा त्वं किं स्तूयसे तदा यया त्वया जगत्सृष्टा जगत्पात्यत्ति यो जगत् सोऽपि निद्रावशं नीतः कस्त्वं स्तोतुमिहेश्वरः विष्णुः शरीरग्रहणम् अहमीशान एव च कारितास्ते यतोतस्त्वां कस्तोतुं शक्तिमान् भवेत् सा त्वमित्थं प्रभावैस्वै उदारैर्देवि संस्तुता मोहयैतौ दुराधर्षावसुरौ मधुकैटभौ प्रबोधं च जगत्स्वामी नीयतामच्युतो लघु बोधश्च क्रियतामस्य हन्तुमेदौ महासुरौ. We'll chant the Navakshari mantra 10 times together. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundayai Viche. 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 Aim Hrim Klim Chamundayai. Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundayai Viche. 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 Hari Om. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sam Sarasvati Namaha. Om Namaschandikaye. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidwaram Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada. Om Matarme Madhukaita Bhagni Mahisha Pranapaharodyame Hela Nirmida Dhumralochana Vadhe He Chandamundardini Nisheshi Kritarakta Bijadanuje Nitye Nishumbhapahe Shumbhadhvamsini Samhara Suduridam Durge Namaste Mbike. Hari Om. Our motherland is known as Bharata. Why its name is Bharata? There are many theories, but one of them is Bhasi Ramate iti Bharata. Why Bharata is known as Bharata? Because Bhasi Ramate iti Bharata. Bhasi means in Bha. That which revels in Bha. What do you mean by Bha? Bha means light. Light. That's why Surya is known as Bhaskara. The one who gives light is Bhaskara. So, our land is known as Bharata because that land, that place where people revel in light is Bharata. So Bharata is not only a geographical area, anywhere people are reveling in light, that place is Bharata. So what do you mean by this light? Of course, light means happiness, light means joy, light means fulfillment, light means knowledge. So that land which is dedicated for knowledge, that is Bharata. As we know, there is two types of knowledge. The knowledge about the world and the knowledge about the self. Technically we call it para cha apara cha. Dve vidye vedidavye para cha apara cha iti. All of us should have two types of knowledge. See, dve vidye, both. The knowledge about this world so that our life becomes easy. When we know about the world, we'll be able to control the world. We'll be able to make the world more convenient. Our life becomes easy. Once the life is easy, what we should do with this life? We should evolve through the knowledge of the self. So there are two, paracha, aparacha. So that land which revels in this light of knowledge and wisdom, that is Bharata. Now, what is this Bharata means? What knowledge is this? That knowledge is known as Saras. Saras. No, I think in Gujarati, Saras means very good. Saras. Saras also means a pond. Pond is also known as Saras. And Saras actually means, another meaning of Saras is Ashtadasha Vidyasthanani. 18 sources of knowledge is known as Saras. That's why Bhagavati is known as Saraswati. Saraswati means what? The one who revels in Saras. The one who controls the Saras. One who is the embodiment of Saras. That's why Saraswati. But if you add, it becomes the one who has Bhagyavan, Bhagyavati, Dhanavan, Dhanavati. Like that, Saras, Saraswati means the one who is with Saras or one who manifests as Saras. What is this Saras we are talking about? The Saras means there are 18 sources of knowledge. The knowledge about the world and the knowledge about the self. So those 18 sources are collectively known as Saras. What are these 18? They say, Puranam Nyaya Mimamsa Dharma Shastranga Mishritaha Vedasthanani Vidyanam. There are 18 sthana, Vidyanam sthana. From where we gain this knowledge, the sources of knowledge are 18. Which are they? The 4 Vedas. 4 Vedas, 4 Upavedas, 6 Veda Angas, then Purana and Itihasa together, Dharma Shastra, Nyaya and Mimamsa. 4 Veda, 4 Upaveda, 6 Vedanga, Purana and Itihasa together, Dharma Shastra, Nyaya Shastra, Mimamsa Shastra. This 18 together is known as Ashtadasha Vidyasthanani, 18 sources of knowledge. We all know about the 4 Vedas. No? What are the Vedas? Yajur, Sama and Atharva. And there are 4 Upavedas. The Rigveda's Upaveda is Ayurveda. Ayurveda is the Upaveda of Rigveda. Yajurveda's Upaveda is Dhanurveda. And Gandharva Veda is the Upaveda of Sama. Gandharva, singing. So that is the Upaveda of Sama. And Sthapatya Veda is the Upaveda of Atharva. So 4 Veda, 4 Upavedas. Then Shiksha, how to pronounce. Kalpa, how to perform different actions. Vyakarana, the grammar. Chandas, the knowledge of the meters. Nirupta, how the words are formed and what is the inner meaning of each and every word, known as etymology. And Jyotisha. Jyotisha, astrology and astronomy together. So these are the Veda Angaha. 4 Vedas, 4 Upavedas, 6 Vedangas. Together, 14. Please respond so that I know that you are not you are not going to Samadhi. No? We tend to go to Samadhi. That is so, that 14 over. Then comes the Purana and Itihasa together. Then comes the Dharma Shastra. What is Dharma Shastra? Dharma Shastras are known as Smriti. How to live our life. At each and every stage, how we should live. What are the laws? What we should do? What we should not do. These are all taught by Dharma Shastra. Then comes Nyaya, the logic. How to think logically. How to live logically. And then comes the Mimamsa. Why we do? No, Mimamsa is deep thinking. Mimamsa is the philosophy. So all this put together, there are 18 in number, which are collectively known as Saras. These are the 18 sources from which all types of knowledge are available for us, whether it is material knowledge or the spiritual knowledge. So among them comes the Purana, is one of the Vidyasthana. What do you mean by Purana? There are 2 meanings for Purana. One is Purana means Purabhava, that which happened in distant past. The other meaning is Pura api nava. This has happened some time back, but it is very new. If you read Purana, you will see that it is as though happening now. See, the rishis selected portions which happened in the past, which are eternal. Because, see, we are all, whatever, we may change our clothes, we may change how we look, but we are all same people. So, our problems, But there in past, it will be there in future also. The same. So, these Puranas are those scriptures which looks very, very new, but although happen in distant past. That's why they are known as Purana. Pura api navam. Pura nam navam. Puranam, that is very new, although it happened in the distant past. So why Purana? Shastra says, Pradukkaroti dharmarthe Puranani yadha vidhi Dwapare Vishnuhu Vyasarupena sarvada. In the end of the Dwapara Yuga, each and every Dwapara Yuga, Bhagavan manifests himself as Veda Vyasa and then edit these Puranas and give it back to us. Why? In this Kali, Udaraparayana Jiva. You know, Swamiji, class, everything is okay, but you should stop it 9 o'clock, eh? Why? After 9 it becomes very hungry. So when we say, when we are children, we used to go to temple because we used to get prasad there. The prasada is the main attraction. In Kali, Udaram Bharinaha Jivaha. So it is very difficult to study the Veda and all those things and understand what Veda is trying to communicate. So there is only one way in this Kali Yuga to understand the truth, because Manta Mataya, Manta Sumanta Mataya. No, that's how the Bhagavad Mahatmyam. Sumanta Manta Mataya. Because it's difficult for us to understand the Vedas. There are people who can understand, but most of us it is difficult. So, in order to understand what is dharma, what is artha, what is kama, what is moksha, what we should do, what we should not do, the Puranas are composed through stories and upakyanas so that it is easy for us to understand. See how compassionate Bhagavan is. Most compassionate Lord does all things so that we are still, even though we are in Kali Yuga, we have the right knowledge. Now, there are 18 Puranas and 18 Upapuranas. So, together that are 36 Puranas. But among them, 18 considered as the Mukhya Purana. Altogether, there are more than 4 lakh slokas only in Puranas. Think about how vast is the knowledge. Now, in this Purana, Mukhya Purana, there are 18. See, to remember the names, there is a sloka. If you remember one shloka, we can remember all the 18 Puranas. Madvayam bhadvayam chaiva Bratrayam vachatuštayam anapalinga kuskani puranani prachakshate. What are this? What are the Puranas? Madvayam. Dvayam, 2. Madvayam, starting with Ma. There are 2 Puranas starting with Ma. Anybody, any guess? Very good. Matsya and Markandeya. Ma, starting from Ma, Matsya Purana, Markandeya Purana, Madvayam. Then there are 2 Puranas starting with Bha, Bhadvayam. Bhagavat, very famous. Bhagavatam and Bhavishyat Purana. There is a Purana which predicts what will happen in the future. It's known as Bhavishyat Purana. 2 Purana, Bhagavata and Bhavishyat. Madvayam, Bhadvayam. Now, 3 Puranas starting with Ba, Bra. Bratrayam. Bratrayam. What are they? Brahma Purana, Brahmanda Purana, Brahma Vaivartaka Purana. Brahma Purana, Brahmanda Purana, Brahma Vaivartaka Purana. These 3 are starting with Bra. Madvayam, Bhadvayam, Chaiva, Bratrayam. Bratrayam, 3 starting with Bra. Then Va Chatushtayam. 4 Puranas starting with the word, the letter Va. Any guess? Vishnu Purana, Vamana Purana, and Varaha Purana, and Vayu Purana. So 3 Puranas related to Vishnu. Vishnu, Varaha, Vamana, and Vayu. So there are 4 Puranas starting with Va. Va Chatushtaya. So how many now? 11. Now comes Anapalinga Kuskani. What is this? Anapalinga Kuskani. They are the first letters of the remaining 7. Agni Purana. Agni Purana. Narada Purana. Narada Purana. Padma Purana. Very good. Anapa. Linga Purana. Kurma Purana. Ska. Anapa Linga Kuskani. It means the Bahuvachana. Puranani Prajakshati. So, now we have to go back and then put it in our Instagram, everything. See? See, don't think we are, we are Hambi Chotini, Hambi Jante. All the 18 Puranas. Do you want to know what is the 18 Puranas? We'll tell you. So among them, so the first one is Madhvayam, Matsya Purana and Markandeya Purana. Now what is this Markandeya Purana? See, there is generally we say that all the Puranas are written by Vedavyasa. Please understand, it is not that Bhagavan wrote all these Puranas sitting there. He edited them. Vyasa means editor. Okay, so Bhagavan Vedavyasa wrote one Purana for sure. That is Bhagavatam. Other Puranas are actually his editor. Now he composed, he collected this and then edited and gave to us. So one of such Purana is Markandeya Purana. Very beautiful Purana named Markandeya Purana. Now, what are these, okay, we have to spoke about Purana, names of Purana. What is the subject of all this Purana? The subject of Puranas are 5. There are five subjects each and every Purana should cover. Sargascha, Pratisargascha, Vamsho, Manvandaranicha, Vamshanucharidam Chaiva, Puranam, Panjalakshanam. So each and every Purana, there should be 5 features for sure. First is known as Sarga. What do we mean by Sarga? Sarga means the original creation. Sarga means the original creation. What do we mean by original creation? The creation of the elements, the 5 elements. The creation of Jiva. The creation of Mula Prakriti. Manifestation of Mula Prakriti. These are all known as the creation of Brahma himself. Now, Prakriti, from Prakriti, the Mahatattva Brahma, from that Ahankara, from Ahankara Panchabhutas. This much is the base. So the creation of the basic elements are known as Sarga. Now second is known as Pratisarga. Like, in our kitchen, we have so many dabbas of different masalas are there, this is there, that is there, some vegetables are there. With all these, we prepare the food. That preparing food is known as Pratisarga. It's known as secondary creation. Using the elements which are there already, mixing them up, and then creating something which can be, say, why somebody comes to our house very hungry, please give me some food. You go there, yes, everything is there. What? There, salt is there and pepper is there. Have it? We can't. We have to cook it. Like that, the world runs not because of the Panchabhutas, but they are all mixed up. And then we see this entire universe. That is known as Pratisarga, the secondary creation. Sargascha, Pratisargascha. Third comes Vamsha. Vamsha means what? Lineage. The Vamsha of the Mahatmas, Vamsha of the Rishis, Vamsha of the Rajas, Surya Vamsha, Chandra Vamsha, Kaushika Vamsha, Bharadwaja Vamsha, and like that. All the Vamshas. So all those stories of that Vamsha, how it came to exist, who are the great people lived in that lineage, these are all known as Vamshanucharita. Sargascha, Pradisargascha, Vamsha, Vamshanucharita. Then, Sargascha, Pradisargascha, Vamsho. Next is Manvantara. This is a very important topic. What is Manvantara means? Manvantara means the time of a Manu. But this is basically about the understanding of time. According to our Shastra, a Brahmaji, the Brahma, he lives for 100 years. Not our 100 years. Then each of his day is known as Kalpa. Okay? So now we are living in the Dvidiya Parardha. Parardha means the two halves of Brahmaji's life. Means what? Yesterday was Brahmaji's 50th birthday. Not our year. Brahmaji's calculation in his, yesterday was his 50th birthday. Today is the first day of his second half. 51st year, first day is today. That's why Dvidiya Parardhe. And this each day of Brahmaji is named. Now we are all living in Shweta Varaha Kalpa. Kalpa. Kalpa means Brahmaji's day. Okay? Each day, like we have Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, etc. Like that, Brahmaji's day also has name. The name of this day is Shweta Varaha. Why Shweta Varaha? Because in this Kalpa, the creation started. The first avatar of Bhagavan is as Varaha. In this Kalpa, in this day. And this time, Bhagavan came in a white boar. Generally, the boars are black, but this time Bhagavan decided to come in a different form. So, Bhagavan's avatar as a boar. Varaha. Color of white. That's why this day is named Shweta Varaha Kalpa. What is Kalpa? One day of Brahmaji. Like our day is divided into 12 hours. No? Day is 12 hours, night is 12 hours. Like that, Brahmaji's hours, a day, is divided into 14 hours. Brahmaji's one day is divided into 14 hours. 14 parts. Each of this 14 part is known as Manvantara. Manvantara. So in one day of Brahmaji, there will be 14 Manvantaras. Why are you telling all this? Because Manvantara is part and parcel, is a subject of the Purana. Okay? So in Purana, in this Manvantara means 1/14 part of Brahmaji's day is known as Manvantara. Okay, so what is this Manvantara? It is like, at least in India, etc., we have 5 years, no? After 5 years, a new election come and a new government come. Like that, in each and every Manvantara, there will be a Manu, there will be a president, there will be a prime minister, there will be a, there will be a ministry, there will be a advisory board. In each Manvantara, the president is known as Manu. The prime minister is known as Indra. And the ministry is known as Devatas. There are different kinds of Devas. One is like we have, the ministers of state and like that. So like that in this also there are different types of Devatas. And there is an advisory board who advise, who regulates, who guides. That is known as Saptarshis. So each and every Manvantara, there will be a president, there will be a prime minister, there will be a set of ministers, there will be a advisory board, different, like that. So each one of them, that period is known as Manvantaram. Oh, our government is for 5 years. The Manvantara is for 71 Chaturyugas. So if you become a Manu, you can live for 71. So Manu is very difficult. Okay, like Indra, that's also difficult. At least Devatas. So if he can become a Devata somehow, then, why I want to be Indra only. Yes, please perform 100 Ashwamedha, you will become Indra. Your post is reserved. Okay. So then he can live for 71 Chaturyuga. Oh, what is this Chaturyuga? How much is the Chaturyuga? 4.32 millions of years is one Chaturyuga. One Chaturyuga means all the 4 yugas, Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga and Kali Yuga put together is one Chaturyuga. That is 4.32 millions of years. One Chaturyuga into 71 is one Manu's time. So that is known as Manvantara. Okay? So we are all living in the Vaivasvata Manvantara. Now we are living in the Vaivasvata Manvantara. That is 7th Manvantara. Means from the start of Brahmaji's this day, we are almost the noon time. 7th. Now 7 more are there, but we are almost in the noon time. And in this Manvantara, our Manu is Vaivasvata Manu, means the son of Vivaswan. And in the Vaivasvata Manvantara, 27 Chaturyugas over. We are in the 28th Kali Yuga. 27 Kali Yugas over. We are in the 28th Kali Yuga. Already 5,000 plus years are over in this Kali Yuga. Like that, the Manu will live for 71 Chaturyugas. The entire system. And this, what is this? So Sargascha, Pradisargascha, Vamsho, Manvantaram. So what will happen at that time of Manu? What are the important things happen? Which were the avatars of Bhagavan? Sometimes it's common, sometimes it's different. So all the avatars of the Lord, all that, what has happened, what are the special features, these are all recorded. Think about it. The records of, I do not know how long, how ancient is our wisdom. Now that is known as Manvantara. Vamsho Manvantaranicha. Then comes the most important, then Ishanucharitam. The story of Bhagavan. The avatars of the Bhagavan, the Lord's avatar as Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, and the avatar of Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara in different names and forms. What are the avatars and each and every Manvantara? What happened? What did not happen? All these are described. These are the main topics of Purana. Not only this, in relation to this, there are different topics covered. So, but in all these 18 Puranas, these 5 features are there. What are they? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ishanucharitam. Puranam Panchalakshanam. Now, we come to our Purana known as Markandeya Purana. Now, what is this Markandeya Purana? Markandeya Purana starts with Jaimini. Have you heard about Jaimini? Who is Jaimini? He's a Gotra Pravartaka. Jaiminiya Gotra. Not only Jaiminiya Gotra. Jaimini was the Samaveda was given to Jaimini by Vedavyasa. Each Veda was given to different Shishya. After collecting the entire Veda, properly editing them, the Rigveda was given to Paila, Yajurveda was given to Vaishampayana, Samaveda was given to Jaimini. And Jaimini is one of the greatest philosophers of India. Jaimini is the Sutrakara, the one who wrote Purva Mimamsa Sutra. Like Vedanta is written by Vedavyasa, it's known as Uttara Mimamsa. The Purva Mimamsa is the sutras are written by Jaimini. One of the greatest rishi, greatest munis of the world is this Jaimini. Now, Jaimini studied Mahabharata and he had some questions. And he searched for his guru, Vedavyasa. He said, not available. I'm teaching you always. Now you go and study from somebody else. Why are you, eating my head always? Go. No. So he was searching, whom should I catch now? And then he came, he saw that Bhagavan Markandeya is sitting there and contemplating on the Supreme. So he approached Markandeya, did Sashtang Pranam, and then said, oh Lord, please, I have some doubts. Tadvidhi pranipadena pariprasnena sevaya. And that time, Markandeya was also in a very contemplative mood. Sometimes we are okay to speak. Sometimes we don't want to speak. I don't want to speak. I am now in a mood of meditation. He was in the mood of a meditation. He was in the mood of a, contemplation. So he said, I don't want to speak now. But then when somebody comes to us and asks for knowledge, we should not say no. He said, oh my dear, please go to Vindhyadavi. Okay? In Vindhyadavi, if you go, you will see there 4 birds. What? 4 birds are there in Vindhyadavi. So, you ask any questions to them, they will answer and they will give you answer. How? That's a big story that you ask them only, they will tell you. So he went to Vindhyadavi, he was searching, and from one place, he can hear that somebody is chanting Vedas with such a, precise manner. So he went there and he saw that on a stone, on a rock, 4 birds were sitting and they are chanting Vedas so beautifully. That's why Jagadamba, Madhura Meenakshi, she has a peacock on her, a parrot on her hand, Shyama. So like that, they were sitting and then chanting Vedas. So he understood, okay, this should be the 4. Okay. So he approached and asked, did namaskar to them, to the birds also. Guru in any form should be worshipped. Whether they are animals or birds or whatever, prostrated. Namaste. Okay. Said, I am sent by, Bhagavan Markandeya himself. We know. We were waiting for you. So who are you? So they self-introduced. Said, we are Drona Putraha. We are the sons of Drona. Not our Mahabharata famed Drona. This is a great rishi who is a great Brahmana who was there. And they introduce each other. Oh, this is Pingaksha, this is Vibodhana, this is Suputra, and this is Sumukha. Sumukha, Suputra, Vibodhana, and Pingaksha. All of them are great knowledge. They had so much of knowledge of everything. Veda, Vedanta, Shastra, Tantra, everything you ask, they know. How? Because we used to live in the ashram of Markandeya Rishi. So whatever Markandeya taught to different munis, that all we heard. This is not our original knowledge. We were living as human beings. When we are in the human form, we were living in the ashram of Markandeya, listening to the wisdom, the teaching which is given by Markandeya. So whatever we are telling you, it is not ours. This all belongs to Markandeya. Okay. That's why this Purana is known as Markandeya Purana. So they said, then why you became like birds? It's because, it's a long story. there's no time. So, long story, the thing is they were cursed by the father because of some wrongdoings, wrong understandings, etc., misunderstanding, whatever. They were cursed and now they are in the form of birds. But because the jnana was always there, jnana cannot go. And the father blessed them also, jnana will be there. Says, jnanasya bhalametavat shoka harshaihi adrishyata. What is the use of jnana? Sometimes when we come here, when we go to the satsang, etc., people ask us, "Kyo jate ho ye sab? Kyo karte ho? Why? Why are you going for all this satsang? You could just relax in the house and see the movie. Why should you run? Why? Why jnana? Jnanasya bhalam etavat." So we go to the satsang, but then sometimes in our life also good things happen, bad things also happen. Then people ask us, you are going to temple, you are worshipping Bhagavan, you are studying, still all these things are happening in your life. Yes. Then what is the use of your jnana? Jnanasya bhalam etavat shoka harshaihi adrishyata. When we have this jnanam with us, no shoka, no moha, no harsha can destroy us. When the happiness comes to us, we know how to balance it. When miseries come to us, we know how to balance it. So the bhala of jnana is not that, because of our prarabdha. Yadyad karma karomi. According to my karma of purva janma, prarabdha comes to me. But when the prarabdha appears as sukha, I will not become very arrogant. When the prarabdha comes as dukkha, I will not be destroyed. I will be able to find that samatva. So, all four of you have, although came into this body of the birds, still they are not deluded. They are happy. Okay. Aisa hai to aisa hai. Take vidhi rakho Ram, take vidhi jijiye. As Bhagavan keeps us, live happily. What is that? So, then he prostrated and he asked 4 questions. The original questions what Markandeya wanted to ask. The first question was, why who is Sri Krishna? Sri Krishna is Satchidananda Rupaya Vishwolpatyadi Hedave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam No. Sri Krishna is Purna Brahma. But you see the Purna Brahma's gati. He was born in a jail and was kidnapped on the night, and then what things. If you see Krishna's life as a human being, it is the worst one. The third day came the Putana. And then, so much of things happened. Why? Why should Parabrahma have so many problems in his life? This was the first question. Second was, you see, this Draupadi, Draupadi had 5 husbands. Even now, it is not considered that very auspicious to have 5 husbands at the same time. And in those ancient times, how is it possible that a lady can have 5 husbands and still Draupadi is considered as Kanya? Among Panchaganya, one is Draupadi. Why? Third question was, this Draupadi had 5 sons from the Panchapandavas. Even before they got married, all of them were killed in the Mahabharata war, end of the day. Why? Why it happened to them? The last question was why this Balabhadra has to go for a pilgrimage. Balabhadra went for pilgrimage for many long years. Why? So these were the 4 original questions of If you are interested, I can give the answers. Then the 4 days will go with only that. So I am not going. Then there are, so the birds actually answer for all those long stories, beautiful explanations, and as the part of it, Harishchandra Charita will come, and so many different beautiful stories will come, how the world is created, because that all will, the world, the creation of the world, the creation of time, and then how all this earth, how the earth was created, how many rivers are there, how many continents are there, how many countries are there, all those things will come. Then, after all that is said, now, Markandeya want to know about the, Jaimini wanted to know about the Vams of the different Manvantara. What happened in the first Manvantara? The first Manvantara is known as Swayambhuva Manu. So, the first Manvantara is Swayambhuva Manvantara. Now in Swayambhuva Manvantara, what happened? Second Manvantara is Swarochisha Manvantara. What happened there? Third is known as Auttama. Uttama is Auttama. Auttama Manvantara, what happened? Fourth is known as Tamasa Manvantara. What happened? Fifth is known as Raivata Manvantara. What happens? Sixth Manvantara is known as Chakshusha Manvantara. What happened? Seventh is, now what is happening now is known as the Vaivaswata Manvantara. What is Vaivaswata Manvantara? Vaivaswata means the son of Vivaswan. Vivaswan, Surya. Surya have still two wives. The first one is known as Sapnya, okay, or Suratchala. So from the Sapnya, there are three sons and one daughter, etc. So the first son is known as Manu. The second son is known as Yamadharma. And they have a daughter known as Yami. And when she was in the form of a horse, two children came. They are the Ashwini Devatas. For Chaya. For this, first Sapnya Devi. The second is known as Chaya. Chaya is also blessed with three children. The first one is Shanaishwaraya Namaha. Chaya Martanda Sambhudam. The name itself is Chaya Martanda Sambhudam Shanaishwara. So Shanaishwara. The second one is known as Savarni. The second son of this Chaya is Savarni Manu. The third is Tapati. The third daughter is the daughter of Sapnya is Yamuna, and the daughter of this Tapati, Chaya is Tapati. Okay. Now in our time, the son of Sapnya Devi is our Manu. Next Manvantara, the seventh Manvantara, whatever happened is explained. Now comes the eighth Manvantara, which is about to come, next Manvantara. That Manvantara is known as seventh Manvantara is, eighth Manvantara is, I said, the other son of Chaya Devi, Savarni. Savarni Manvantara. The next Manvantara will be Savarni Manvantara. So, these birds, actually they are telling the stories what they heard from Markandeya. So, Markandeya is telling that the next Manu will be Savarni Manu. Acha? So, now they ask, how come this Savarni got the great chance to become the next Manu? Now starts the story. So, in this Markandeya Purana, there are 134 chapters. Total, there are 134 chapters in this Markandeya Purana. We have already reached the 78th chapter. Everything is finished. With half an hour, we have completed 77 chapters. We are now in the 78th chapter. The 78th chapter is talking about how the Savarni Manu became the Manu. Now in that old cinemas, etc., we had flashback. Something happened and a flashback, and we go to the past. Says, so then comes the flashback, going back into the third Manvantara. This chapter from 78 to 91. Chapter 78 to 91, this 13 chapters is known as Devi Mahatmya. So Devi Mahatmya is not an independent text. Devi Mahatmya is a part of Purana. Which Purana? From the 78th chapter onwards starts. So these 13 Puranas, the 13 chapters put together is known as Devi Mahatmya. But we have not heard about Devi Mahatmya. Have you heard about Chandi? Yes, Chandi part. Like in the eastern part of India, we call Chandi part. Some place, Devi Mahatmya. Some other places, Durga Saptashati. Different names, same thing. Durga Saptashati, Devi Mahatmya, Chandi Pada. Devi Mahatmyam is a word actually comes from the text itself. In this Devi Mahatmya, that Bhagavati herself says that this is Devi Mahatmya. So we use that word. We use as Durga Saptashati because there are 700 mantras. If you go and chant and count the shlokas, there are not 700 shlokas. There are 700 mantras. Because there are 700 mantras, this is known as Sapta Shati. Sanskrit, Sapta 7, Sat. Shati 100. So Sapta Shati means 700. What? Mantras. It's like Bhagavad Gita. In Bhagavad Gita also 700 shlokas. In Durga Saptashati 700 mantras. Actually there are only 535 Purna shloka and there are 42 Ardha mantra and there are 66 Khanda mantra and there are 57 Uvacha mantra. This all put together 700 mantras. That's why this is known as Durga Saptashati. Now, why we call it Chandi? Because the Adhisthana Devata of this is Chandi. Chandika Parameshwari. Chamunda. Chandika. Chandika is the Adhisthana Devata. That's why this is known as Chandi part. What do you mean by Chandi part? What do you mean by Chandi? Chandaha. No, Chandika. Chanda means Asadharana Gunayuktaha. Chanda is a Sanskrit word. Have you heard this word before? Chandavataha. Have you heard? No, this hurricane is known as Chandavataha. And sun is known as Chandanilaha. Chanda means unlimited. Now, Asadharana Gunayuktaha. Unimaginable. Very powerful. That's the meaning of Chanda. So, Chandika means Desha Kala Vastu Aparichinna Parabrahma Swarupini Tyartha. Who is Chandika? Chandika is the unlimited, which cannot be even thought of. That Parabrahma Swarupini, yen manasana manute, yenahur manomatam, tadeva brahmatvam vidhi. That Brahma is Chandika. That's why this text is known as Chandi, Chandika. Another word is known as Chamunda. Okay? Why? Because she is the one who removes all the sufferings from our life. They say, if we are not able to study many shastras, we are not able to learn many things, they say, at least learn Durga Saptashati. So, in our tradition, we are supposed to keep a grantha in our house. What is that grantha? Not any grantha. Nowadays, in South, we have this Ashtamangalya. In Ashtamangalya, one is grantha. Now people keep Bhagavad Gita and Upanishads, etc. That is not grantha. When you say grantha, grantha is Durga Saptashati. So in each and every house, there should be grantha. That grantha is no other text, Durga Saptashati. Why? This Durga Saptashati is a Raksha. In whichever house the Durga Saptashati is there, no negative energy can enter into that place. Just, it's like a yantra. This book itself, even though we may not know how to read it, we don't understand the meaning, but this book is, the book itself is the strongest yantra in this world. So this is known as Grantha. And this is the book which should be there in each and every house. Okay. If we worship, if we read, we worship, we understand, we do the japa of the Durga Saptasati, what happens? Says, Dharmartha Kama Moksha Pradayakam. There is nothing in this world which will not be given by the study of Durga Saptasati. Japet Saptasatim Chandim Krutva tu Kavacham Pura Yavat Bhumandalam Dhatte Sasailavanakananam Tavat Tishtati Medinyam Sandatit Putra Pautrakim Dehande Paramam Sthanam Yat Sureirapi Durlabham Prapnoti Purusho Nityam Mahamaya Prasadatah. We read this Durga Saptasati every day, one shloka. With the grace of Jagadamba, Dharmartha Kama Moksha, whatever you wish. You want material prosperity. You want to have a beautiful life. You want a life of dharma. You want bhakti. You want jnana. Everything can be given by this, the study of this Shastra. Sarva Papa Nivarakam. This study of this Shastra removes all kinds of impurities. Sarva Badha Prasamanam. No, this is Bhuta Preda, the Sarva. There's no negativities can come near us. Once, two Brahmanas were going somewhere. And then they saw a very beautiful lady in front of them. Lady said, come, let us go to my house, have some water and go. These foolish people went after. And both of them were given 2 rooms. They were resting. And one person heard some sound from the other room. And he looked at that room and he saw that a Yakshini is eating up the other person. Then he woke up and he saw that he's sitting on the top of a palm tree. Or Maya. She understood, oh, this is a Yakshini. Somehow he came down. And the Yakshini understood that my Maya is not working on him now. So she came to catch him, but she cannot touch him. Why? Because this book was with him. That powerful is this book. This is not a book. This is a yantra. This is the protection. Sarva Badha Prasamanam Trailokyasya Agileshwari. Not only for Bhumi, Trailokyasya Agileshwari, Sarva Badha Prasamanam, Sarva Bhukti Pradayakam, Sarva Moksha Pradayakam. Such is this Markandeya Purana. I mean, is this Devi Mahatmyam, which is a part of Markandeya Purana. In Durga Saptasati, there are 3 portions. We call them Charita. Pradhama Charita, Madhyama Charita, Uttara Charita or Uttama Charita. The Pradhama Charita is only 1 chapter. The first chapter is known as Pradhama Charita, only 1 chapter. Madhyama Charita is chapter 2, 3, 4. It's known as Madhyama Charita. And 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30. The rest 9 chapters are known as Uttara Charita or Uttama Charita. What are they? The Pradhama Charita is like an introduction. So starts with what happened, who was this, this Savarni Manu. Starting with that, in Pradhama Charita, Jagadamba is worshipped as Tamo Rupini. Bhagavati Bhaktanam Abhayankari Dushtanam cha Bhayankari. that Bhadrakali, the Tamasika Rupini, Jagadamba, as Vishnu Nidra Swarupini, that Bhagavati is the Adhisthana Devata of Prathama Charita. And if somebody chants the Prathama Charita with great devotion, Sarva Charachara Adhishatvam, that person will be able to control this entire universe. All the Charachara, all the movable and immovables of this world will come under his control. What is this? Sarvacharacharatvam. Sarvacharacharatva means, Adhinatva means, we will be able to control our Stula Sharira. The Stula Sharira will come under our control if we do the Upasana of Prathama Charita. Then comes the Madhyama Charita. Madhyama Charita, so the Devata is Mahalakshmi. This Mahalakshmi is not the wife of, no, Namastestu Mahamaya Sri Pede, not that one. This Mahalakshmi is Sakshat Mahishasura Mardhini. Sarvadevata Swarupini, Mahishasura Mardhini is known as Mahalakshmi Devi, Devi Mahatmyam. So Jagadamba is the Rajasika Swarupini, the Adhisthana Devata of Rajas. And Jagadambika, when we worship the Dvitiya Charitam, Sarvalokadhipatya, we become the master of all the three worlds. Means what? Means we will be able to have control on our Sukshma Sharira. By Prathama Charita, we get control over Stula Sharira, our gross body. We get control on our subtle body by the Upasana of Madhyama Charita. And then comes the Uttara Charita or Uttama Charita, which is the bulk of this. That is, the Sakshal Mahasaraswati is the Devata. This Mahasaraswati is not that very mild, very nice, one who always, playing the Veena. Not that one. Shumbha Nishumbha Asura Mardini. That Mahasaraswati. Why Saraswati, etc. When we listen, we will explain. So if you do the Upasana of the Tritiya Charita, that is the last one, Uttara Charita, Sattugunatmika, Jagadambika is the Sattugunatmika Mahasaraswati. Devi, if you do the Upasana, Sarvajñatvam, you become Sarvajña. Means what? We will be able to conquer our Karana Sharira. So, these three Charita has to be studied so that we can conquer our Stula, Sukshma and Karana Sharira. Now, how can we do that? There are different ways of that. One is known as Uttama Paddhati. What is Uttama Paddhati? In the one day itself, we chant all the 13 chapters. That is known as Uttama Paddhati. Actually, if you chant, by chanting, within, it will not even take 2.5 hours. But you should not like that, properly. If you chant 2.5 hours, we can actually complete it. But Swamiji, we are very busy people. Okay. So Rishi says, there is a Madhyama Vidhi. What is Madhyama Vidhi? Complete it in 3 days. Today Prathama Charita, tomorrow Madhyama Charita, day after tomorrow Tritiya Charita. Is it okay? We never want to commit anything, We always think about loopholes, where we... Okay. So he says, okay, if that's not possible, do it as Saptaha. It's not as Samanya Vidhi. Uttama Vidhi, Madhyama Vidhi, Samanya Vidhi. It's not also possible. Not okay. So do it as Saptaha. Saptaha means in 7 days. We should start from Sunday and end in the Saturday. How? So Sunday, the first day, we should chant 3 things. Of course, there is Chenga and Navanga. So 3 things at least. That is Argala, Kilaka and Kavacha. When we study Argala, Durita Shanti happens. When we chant Kilaka, Uddishta Bhalaprapti happens. And when we chant Kavacha, Raksha happens to us. So chant all these three and chant the first chapter on Sunday. Okay. Second day, that is Monday, we should chant 2 chapters. That is chapter 2 and 3 on Monday. Tuesday, 1 chapter, the 4th chapter only. There's a karma, okay? We cannot chant according to whatever we want. No. First day, 1 chapter. Second day, next 2 chapters. Third day, next chapter, 1 chapter. Fourth day, that is Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. Wednesday, we should chant 4 chapters. 4 chapters. 4 chapters means 5, 6, 7, 8. And next day is a Thursday, 2 chapters. That is 9 and 10. Friday, only 1 chapter, the 11th chapter. And Saturday, 2 chapters, the last 2 chapters, 12 and 13. This is known as Saptaha Parayana. So if we can read every day, the entire thing, Uttamam. 3 days, Madhyamam. If not possible, Samanya, Saptaha. If you do that, instead that, all over whatever you said, no, it gives us immense power. It gives us strength. It gives us clarity. It gives us, opening in any different situation. Because of our prarabdha, we may fall into different situations, but by the grace of Jagadamba, somehow we will come out. Such powerful, such a blessing is this Durga Saptashami. Very good. Now Swamiji, it's already time. You start something, no? Yes. The first chapter is actually an introduction to the entire thing. First chapter, Pradama Charita, Pradamadhyaya, says, Om Namas Chandikaya, Markandeya Vacha. Markandeya is telling this to his Shishya, Kraushtuki. Kraushtuki was his Shishya, and these 4 were listening to this. So they know this. The birds. Savarni Suryatanayo Yo Manukadhyadeshtamaha Nishamayatadutpattim Vistarad Gatato Mama. Says, I am not now going to tell you about the Savarni Manus, Purvaj. How this Jiva is now so blessed that he will be the Manu of the 8th Manvantara. It is because Mahamaya Prasada, by the blessing of Mahamaya. Oh, what happened? Oh, now a flashback into the Mahamaya Anubhavena. No, he became the Savarnitanaya. Who? From we go into the 3rd, Swarochishandare Purva. In the Swarochisha Manvantara, there was a king. Swarochishandare Purvam Chaitra Vamsha Samudbhavaha Suradho Nama Raja Bhut Samaste Kshiti Mandale. There was a great king named Suradha in the Swarochisha Manvantara. So, what happened to him? Oh, he was a great king. He was, he was protecting his citizens as his own children. Such compassionate, such loving, very good. But when Bhagavan wants to bless us, whenever Bhagavan wants to bless us, there are different ways Bhagavan want to bless us. One way is creating problems in our life. Sometimes when everything is going on well, we become too, becomes self-absorbed. And then we think that, oh, sab tuk theek hai. So when Bhagavan wants to bless us, one way is to give us trouble. So Bhagavan decided, I want to bless this person. So this king, his name was Suradha. Suradha one day went for hunting. According to Dharma Shastra, hunting is a dukkha hetu. If anybody is thinking of going for a hunting, be careful, because if you read the entire Purana, most of the problem which happens to the rajas because of hunting. But this person also went for hunting, and he saw that there's a big, boar is running. He wants to kill it and was running after this boar, and he was shooting arrows, and he got separated from his team, and that he killed this wild boar, and then he saw that there are many, the arrows on this wild boar, and so that there were a group of hunters, Kola Vidhvamsinaha, they were there. And they said, we killed it, we want this. The Raja said, no, I killed it, I want it. And he was running after this boar for a long time, he was very tired. But these hunters were more in number and they were very strong. And there was some quarrel and a fight started. Fight started between Suradha and these hunters. And of course, because he was very tired, they defeated him. Hunters defeated the king. See, in our life, when something good happens, nobody knows. We have to put it in our Facebook also, Instagram also, story also. Nobody sees that. But if something bad happens to us, everybody will know. Really, sometimes before we know, they will know. So when this, this Raja was defeated by these hunters, even before king reached his palace, the news has already reached. See, in politics, as long as you are powerful, you are good. The moment people understand that you are no more that powerful, they will destroy you. And same thing happened to Suradha. The ministers and the entire, because they thought, even the hunters can defeat this person. Then we also will be able to. So they became against this king, and then they captured his wealth and the treasury and everything was taken away from him. He lost his powers and he understood, if I stay here, they will kill me. So he escaped into the forest. And roaming around in the forest, he was going here and there. Then what happened? Satatra shramamudrakshit dvijavadyasya medasah prashantasyapadakirnam munishishyopasobhitam. He went to the forest and he saw that there is a beautiful ashram inside the forest. And whose ashrama was that? Dvijavadyasya medasah, Sumedhas. This was a rishi named Sumedhas, and that ashrama belongs to him. And he understood this is a realized master. How can you know that a person is realized? That is prasanta swapadakirnam munishishyopasobhita. Because in his ashrama, all the wild animals were living in peace. The lions were there, tigers were there, deers were there, rabbits were there, snakes and everyone were there. They were all living in total peace, harmony. In Yoga Sutra says, ahimsa, when you are established in ahimsa, or when you are established in atma, tat sannidhau vairatyaga. When we approach a Mahatma who is established in ahimsa, established in atman, tat sannidhau vairatyaga. Ahimsa pradishtayam tat sannidhau vairatyaga. So it shows that this is a Brahmavit. There are Brahmavit in this world. He is not only a Brahmavit, he was also a great, jnani. How we know? Munishishyopasobhitam. There were many, many disciples to learn from him. So, who is a guru? Shrotriyam Brahmanishta. What is the sign of a guru? Brahmanishta, who is a realized master, who is well versed in scriptures. So he was a, Sumedhas was a, Shrotriya and Brahmanishta Rishi, and he approached, and then he stayed in the ashram for some time. But he was not, because he was mentally upset. So he was roaming around here and there. Never approached the Rishi and asked anything. He was just roaming around. His mind was very upset because he was thinking about what is happening in my kingdom, what happened to my pets. He also think his pets were, elephants. Elephants and all that, what happened to them, what is happening with my treasury and my children, my wives, what is happening to... He's thinking, always thinking, very, disturbed. And he was roaming around the forest. He saw that somebody is sitting somewhere and crying. He went near him, asked, what happened? Who are you? He said, I'm a Samadhir Nama Vaishyoham. I'm a merchant. And my name is Samadhi. Okay, why are you crying? Because, I was a very rich merchant, but by my kith and kin, my children and my, relatives took away all my money and pushed me out of the house. I was a rich man, now I have nothing with me. Are you crying because of not? No. I'm thinking, now it is the time of, we have to, tax returns, all that has to be done. Whether my children are not doing all that, or what is happening with my wife and children. So the Raja asked, they harmed you so much, still you are thinking about them? This Vaishya said, yeah, that's what I am also wondering. They did all these things to me, still I am thinking about them only. Then Maharaja also thought, same case with me. They pushed me out, now I am thinking about them, worrying about them. Why? Why is this? So, when this happened, then both of them thought, let us ask this Maharaja, Bhagavan, this Rishi. Then, both of them went to the Rishi named Sumedhas, and they asked a question. Bhagavan tvamaham prashtumichhamyekam vadasvatat. Oh Bhagavan, I want to ask you them. Why? Dukkhaya yanme manasaha. My mind is shattered. I'm very, 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 very sad. I lost everything. But I am always thinking about them only. This Vaishya also is in the same state. He lost his business and family, but still they are thinking about them. Why? Jnanadopi yadajnasya kimedan muni sattama. Why this is happening to us? We are very learned people. We are well educated. After that also, why we suffer like this? No, our family, our kingdom pushed us out, but evameva tadaham. Both of us are very, very sad because of. We are thinking about those people who pushed us out. Drishtvepi vishaye mamatva krishtamanasau. We know that is not giving us happiness, but our mind is there, so much of mamatva, so much of minus is there, and because of that we are suffering. Tat kimedan mahamabhaga yanmoho jnaninodapi mamasya cha bhavattesha vivekandhasya mudata. See, we are not common people, we are educated. We had experience that this world is not so good. But still, our mind is only attracted towards that. Rishi said, oh my dear, don't think that you are all well educated. Jnanamasti samastesha. Everybody has knowledge, but the knowledge have no power. Why? Because jnanino manuja. So they are all there, but all of them, tadhapi mamatavarte mohagarte nipatitaha. Although they have informations with them, even experiences are there, nobody can come out of this world because mamatvam, so much of minus is there. Why? That's what I am asking. Why? Because mahamaya prabhavena samsara stitikarina tannatra vismaya karyo yoga nidra jagatpadehe jnaninamapi chetamsi devi bhagavati hisa balad akrishya mohaya mahamaya prayachati. My dear, this is not your problem. This is a universal problem. Why? Because Jagadamba want to run the business, her business. What is her business? This world is her business. So she wanted to run this business. How? By attracting the minds of jivas and then putting them back into the world. Kuch bhi ho. Whatever may happen in our life, we may have little bit of virakti, but after 2 days, everything becomes, somebody whom we love very much passes away. Then we think that, ho gaya, abhi main kya karu? 2 days. Third day, why today idli for... Because that is the power of Mahamaya. Oh, so we are going to be bound always? No. Saisha prasanna varada nirnam bhavati muktaye savidya paramamukter hetu bhuta sanatani samsara bandha hetuscha saiva sarveshwareshwari. She is the one who binds us. She alone can release us. When king heard about this, then he wanted to know, who is this? No, Mahamaya, Kadamutpanna, Karmasya Kim, how she was manifested, what are her different deeds, what is her power, Yat Prabhava, Yat Swarupa, what is her Rupa, Yadudbhava, how she manifested, Tat Sarvam Srodamichami. I want to know this because she is the one trapped me, she is the one who can release me. I want to know this. And the Rishi looked at the watch, said, sorry sir, time up. Okay, now just 2 more minutes. What is the, sometimes when we read Purana, we get really confused. Now what is this they want to tell us? The Puranas, what is Purana? They said Purana, okay? What is the science? What is the content of this Purana? They say, Itihasa Puranabhyam Vedaha Upabrahmayet. Why Itihasa Puranas are there? Veda Upabrahmayet means whatever said in the Veda are explained in Purana. All that wisdom which is there in the Veda is explained in a way we understand through stories. So the Puranas are not only just some stories, they are using symbols. From using symbols, they are trying to narrate the great truths revealed in Shastra. Listening to Purana is very good. Enjoying them is very good, but we should understand what is the symbolism behind it. See, who is the king? What is the name of the king? Suradha. What do you mean by Suradha? Suradha means the one with a good chariot. Ratha, chariot. Suradha, a one with a good chariot. The moment you hear the word chariot, something comes to our mind. From Gita, from Kathopanishad, what is the chariot? Idam Sharira. This Sharira is the chariot, and the Jiva is the one who stays in this Sharira. So, who is Suradha? Suradha is a Jiva. All of us are Suradha. So, by some grace, when everything is going fine, we may remember Bhagavan, but when things goes out of our hand, we understand that we are not able to do anything. That is the time actually we start inquiring about the truth. So when that moment comes to our life, Suradha is Jiva. When the Jiva is joined with Samadhi. This Samadhi is not the other Samadhi. Samadhi means an experienced mind. A mind which has gone through different stages of life. A balance in sense, a mind which is gone through the ups and downs of the life. When a Jiva is with this kind of a mind, that is the moment we start to inquire. When we start the inquiry, then we meet Sumedhas. What is Sumedhas? Sumedhas. Medhas, Buddhi. A guru comes to our life when a Jiva is going through different, difficult or ups and downs, and a mind which is now a little bit understood the world. And when that mind, that Jiva, with a balanced, experienced mind, try to understand the truth, that time Guru comes to our life, who is the embodiment of the right thinking. So, that is the Suradhopakhyan. Suradha is not something happened thousands of years back. This is our story. Each one of us is Suradha, and when we are with the right, experiences, we approach the Guru, Sumedhas, and the Sumedhas start to reveal the secret of life. And the entire Devi Mahatmya is the secret of life. In coming 3 days, we will just see the glimpse of this great Kriti. May Jagadamba's grace and blessings be with us. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Harihi Om.